Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of Who It Is. So who have we played recently? I just want to check real quick. And while I'm checking, let's see. Miku, Ayaka, Mimi. Okay, and then we did a jury and a... That's not a real Moriko run. That's a live stream announcement for I only went live twice in that week. Because I was just tilted at Party Finder and I didn't want to stream. I don't know, we could do a... Koji was 3 weeks ago. Moriko was 3 weeks ago. Haru was 4 weeks ago. So guess what? We're doing a Haru run. Now, here's the thing, right? I, against my better judgment, decided to look at the Steam forums. And the Steam forums, the Steam community discussion or whatever it's called, is very much the Japanese soldiers still fighting World War II 19 years after it ended. Listen, I think it's funny, alright? I think it's a little bit funny. I think it's a little bit entertaining. There was one community post that I just, like, lost my goddamn mind at. And I'm not gonna read it all, because it's, like, 80 million years long. It is, like, the definition of TLDR. But I'm just gonna read the title, okay? It's really good. This is from March 7th, by the way, so, you know. Old dead thread that I'm being a, you know, a necromancer on, but to be fair, it was on page 1. I have been diagnosed with, treated, and nearly beaten cancer in the time since this game was last updated. Man, I mean, first of all, congratulations on beating cancer, that's awesome. But... Dude, listen, the Steam discussions page are, like, crazy, bro. But, wait, what's this? Does the beta branch have any serious bugs in it? Public or public beta branch? This is from December of last year. What's the biggest difference between the two branches? The forest is completely broken on the public beta branch. Thank you. That's your question answered. Here on the Webweaver actual filler channel. Public beta is one update newer. It has some bug fixes, workshop modding support, and Polish language support. Normal public version is just older. Necroing this thread because I have another question. Does the beta branch have any... Oh, this was March 24th. This was from, of this year. Does the beta branch have any serious bugs in it? Anything that would make me think twice about switching to it? I haven't encountered any bugs except some misspellings in Polish translation. I'm pretty sure it fixed more bugs than it added. I mean, that's probably true. We're back on the regular version of the game, though. We're playing on the public version of the game. Who else is excited for March? Can't wait for the March update! Who else is excited as me for the new stuff? Forest tapes? Question mark. Oh, this is some good stuff, man. This is some good stuff, sister. You already know. How to revive a dead game. This is an amazing game, but as many people have noticed, it is not yet complete and some features are still missing. I have also heard from many that the game is dead, so to speak. I find that unfortunate, as I really like the game and wish to see where it goes. Is there some way to revive this game so that updates will begin to happen again? I don't know what I can do, but I really wish to see this game become the best it can be. I mean... Here's the thing, right? This game used to have, like, complete modding support in the way of, like, you could modify the code, right? Like, you could modify the code of the game. But if I vaguely remember correctly, which, you know, maybe it's time to talk to another World of Horror modder again, but basically, there was this thing where the game was compiled differently, and you'd have to, like, reverse engineer the game's code in order to, like, modify it again or whatever, right? And it's not worth the effort to do it, so it ended up in this situation where let's get a spell. We were talking about spells in the last episode. It ended up on this situation where you just can't really mod the game anymore, and it was said, well, I don't know if it was alleged, I don't go to the main World of Horror Discord server anymore, right? But it was said that the, that the game would be recompiled on PC so that modding support would come back. Now, Workshop modding support, that's the public beta branch, and it's for, like, the .ito files, it's for making custom characters, custom mysteries, custom events. But I mean, like, modifying the code, fixing the bugs yourself, right? So if you wanted to bring World of Horror back, if you wanted to bring World of Horror so back, right, what you would have to do is you would have to basically have an older version of the game that wasn't compiled in that way, and then make updates for that older version of the game, and people who had that older version of the game could play on those updates and, like, custom code that you would make for the game. There's no other way to go around it, you know? There's no, oh my god. They're calling it, I didn't take the money, by the way, but that's fine. They're calling it the greatest heist in history. Fungal growth, you can just go away. You can just get out of here. Stinky fungal growth. We're not playing The Last of Us up in here, alright? Get out of here. I mean, if you're gonna deliver it, if you're gonna hand deliver it straight into my lap, you're gonna give me the monkey wrench? Sure, of course. I'm gonna take it, obviously. Now, we do actually want Jar of Blood, because we're gonna try to get more smonks. I will do Fondest Memory, because we're about to smoke 500 smonks, alright? 500 cigarettes, okay? So what we can do here is we can smonk, and then we can get rid of the library notes, we can use the medical kit, sell one of the bandages, and then we can buy— No! What have I done? It's over. GG. Well played. Web throw. We need a web throw. We need like a web throw emote. Did I stutter? Did I say that fungal growth was here to stay, that we were playing The Last of Us, that we were doing a Last of Us series? No! I'm not doing a Last of Us series. They're still selling that game. Hold on. I'm alt-tabbing. I was already on Steam. Last of Us. Last of Us Part 1? A game I bought in, I don't know, wait, hold on. Last of Us Part 1 release date. Probably should have specified PS3. PS3. Last of Us Part 1. It did not, no, the first Last of Us did not come out in 2023. Yeah, here we go, The Last of Us. I guess it's not called The Last of Us Part 1 now, it's called The Last of Us. And Last of Us Part 1 is, I don't know. A game that I bought in 2013 is being sold, the remake, the remaster, is being sold for $60 on Steam. Yep. Oh, but you can give Ellie an Aperture Science and Left 4 Dead t-shirt. So there you go. Oh, and oh my god, and you can get the digital deluxe edition for increased crafting speed skill and increased healing speed skill and 9mm reload speed increase. Dude, what the hell is this shit, man? Oh, if you, you know, early unlock of the following in-game items, speedrun mode, punk filter. Listen, The Last of Us Part 1, The Last of Us 1, was really good. Right? I liked it. And I didn't think it needed a sequel. So when they announced a sequel, I didn't buy it, and I didn't play it. Because it didn't need a sequel. It was fine how it was. I was completely content with, like, you know, everything about it. I was like, ah, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, of course, it's fine. Like, yeah, like, it's, of course they were gonna make a sequel, but, like, they didn't need to. And now that they're making an original game, finally, after, like, I don't know, they're making a new series, a new kind of game, after, like, I don't know, a decade of making Last of Us 1 remakes and Last of Us 2 remakes or whatever. You know, they're finally making a new game. So it's like, you probably should have just made the new game first, you know? Because, like, you know, what's wrong with making the... What's wrong with making a new game now, you know? But, anyways, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, anyways. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm losing my goddamn mind. Like, okay, yeah, maybe if you sold a game that came out in 2013... Like, okay, listen, they're not selling the original Last of Us anymore because they want to make more money. And so they, you know, here's The Last of Us again. But, like, it looks prettier. But, like, it looked pretty at the time, you know? Like, that's the thing, is, like, games that chase realism for their graphics, they look really good when they come out. And then, like, a few years later, they look dated. But that's fine. It's a part of the charm. It's a part of the style. It's a part of the time, you know? And Naughty Dog has always been really, really good at this sort of, like, graphical style and graphical realism, to the point where it's like their games still look good. You know, Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, some of the textures look a little janky, sure, but the games look visually appealing. They look good. Uncharted 3 looks really good, and then Uncharted 4 is, like, beautiful, you know what I mean? But, anyways, I'm losing my mind. Like, no, we're not gonna play The Last of Us. So, get the hell out of here. We're not playing The Last of Us, you piece of junk, you piece of crap. It's like $60 for a game that I own. It's like, no, I don't need The Last of Us, like, to be remade so it looks as good as I remember it to look when I played it in, like, 2014. Or, like, 2015. I don't remember when I played it. I didn't play it the year it came out. I played it pretty close, though. It was, like, probably, like, early 2014 when I played it. But, you know, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I already got this game. I've literally played these games before. I've been there. I've done that. I don't need, 80 million versions of it. The Last of Us Remastered was released for PlayStation 4 in July 2014. And a remake, The Last of Us Part 1, was released for the PlayStation 5. Wait a minute, how many Last of Us Part 1 games are there? The Last of Us franchise. Games. Last of Us DLC, Last of Us Remastered, Last of Us Part 2, Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered? They remade the game 4 years later? I mean, I guess that's restraint, because the Last of Us Remastered came out in 2014. And here's the thing, I played the original Last of Us because it didn't have the DLC. I didn't own the DLC. I had to watch that on YouTube. The Last of Us American Dreams was published by Dark Horse Comics. The Last of Us One Night Live. Television Season 1 Halloween Horror Nights. Escape the Dark. The board game. Anyways, what are we doing? I don't know. This video sucks. But you know what? Sometimes you get awful videos. And every time I have to raid, I rush a video or I don't do a video. And I have to raid a lot more. So I just decided to record this before I go to bed. And so, you know what that means? That means we're going to the dog store and we're buying 500 smonks. You know what I mean? I mean, we could get foreign cigarettes for no reason. Get the vending machine experience? True! I don't know, I'm losing my mind. Anyways, there's a lot of Last of Us games. You ever think about that? I guess people buy them. It's like the Skyrim effect, right? Like, you can just sell the same game like 20 times and it's alright. Like, I've bought a lot of Skyrim games. I own Skyrim on the Xbox 360, the PS3, and the PC. I mean, that used to be the way to do it, right? Like, you'd buy it on the console, and then you'd buy it on the PC, so you could mod it. Go outside and touch stone? Sure, why not? We're just gonna die, dude. That's fine. This video is already almost, like, 20 minutes long, so we can just end the video the moment we die. Or we can pull, like an insane... Oh my god, I just got the greatest idea of all time. We rolled a 4, by the way. But we got a freaking +1, dude. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We clutch. Clutch or kick, clutch or kick, clutch or kick. Oh yeah, I bought a compass, apparently. That happened at some point. Well, peace of mind it is. I mean, we can get 3 funds really easily. The problem is... Oh, we got like 80 million charisma. We're always gonna succeed that every single time. We don't want to take any damage, but... You know, that's kind of like the name of the game. We'll take 1 damage here. We'll take 1 damage there. The plush toy buried in the ground, you piece of crap. Apparently we just kill you in 1 hit, so... I can't be too mad. The thing that's crazy is, like... World of Horror is washed, right? Like, 100%. It's been washed for, like, 80 years. But I still can't bring myself to hate the game in any capacity. Because obviously, and you know, I've stared into the abyss for too long, right? Like, totally. I'm lost in the sauce here. But, like, there's no Mystery 360 Doom. Get me out of here, man. We gotta go back to the dog store. Are you kidding me? This is why the vending machine is peak cinema, you know? 10 cigarettes? I mean, school scissors it is. I don't even know if that's a good idea, by the way. I'm just like, let's do it. I'm just literally like, chat, let's do it. I almost misclicked. Almost fell for it again award. Do we even have, like, an injury? Nope, we do not have an injury. We get lucky? Oh, you piece of crap. Like, here's the thing. World of Horror sucks, but it's kind of peak, you know what I mean? Like, it is... Somebody created a game that was, like, the most pure expression of a hype, like, personal project. Like, a passion project. Like, a personal passion project. And then... We want to fail this, by the way. Oh, Haru. Just like the cyan horse, you disappoint me, you piece of shit. Go run into a wall for 5 minutes. Dumb dickhead. Yeah, that's the one. Like, obviously... This is such a weird game. In such a weird way, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many weird things that this game does that is just, like, it's so fascinating to play, you know? It's so fascinating to just log on and go gambling. Because you really never know what you're gonna get in World of Horror Civilization. Like, there is no jumping for the beef or jumping for the chicken. It's like, It would be like if, like, one day you're jumping for the beef and the chicken, and then the next day you're jumping for the pancakes and the ritual pumpkin, you know? Like, what the hell, man? This shit's weird as hell. And the actual systems of the game itself aren't even that, like, crazy, you know what I mean? Like, they're all incredibly normal systems, but they're just, like, presented in this, like, insane way, where it's like, the game is just wacky, you know? It has so much character, it has so much, like, there's so much going on for so little, and I know that sounds, like, insane, but, like, hear me out, right? Maybe you shouldn't hear me out. Maybe you shouldn't let me cook, but, like, it's just, there's just something about this game that's, like, I can respect it. I can respect it a lot. And also, the amount of YouTube series that I've randomly abandoned, and I know some people are immediately thinking Final Fantasy IV and nausea. Is it Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy VI? It's 6. I don't know what Final Fantasy IV is. Why do I keep saying Final Fantasy IV? What is Final Fantasy IV? Hold on. Final Fantasy IV. I don't even own Final Fantasy IV. I don't know why I keep thinking of it. The 4th main installment. The game's story follows Cecil, a Dark Knight, as he tries to prevent the sorcerer Golbez from seizing powerful crystals and destroying the world. What the hell? Oh, so Zeromus is in this one too, huh? Hold on, hold on. Cecil the Dark Knight. That's crazy. Mysidia. Hold on. There's gotta be Zeromus, right? There's gotta be Zeromus. Arriving on the moon, the party meets the sage, who explains Cecil's father was a Lunarian. The sage explains, a Lunarian named Zemus plans to destroy life on the blue planet so the Lunarians can take over using Golbez to summon the Giant of Babel, a colossal robot. Hell yeah! The party returns to Earth and the forces of the two worlds attack the Giant. After the party breaks the robot, Golbez and Kain confront them, only to have the sage break Zemus' control over Golbez, in turn releasing Kain. Golbez and the sage, Fusoya, head to the core of the moon to defeat Zemus, and Cecil's party follows. In the moon's core, the party witnesses Golbez and Fusoya, the sage, kill Zemus, but then quickly fall to an evil spirit named Zeromus! Yeah! Let's fucking go, dude! Amazing! So that's why I keep thinking of Final Fantasy IV. It's Golbez and Zeromus. Have care, Golbez. This one's dangerous. Shit lives... I don't even know if that's the correct quote, but that shit lives rent-free in my head. So... You know, unfortunately, I do have to be a little bit real with you, and if you get a little upset, if you get a little tilted at Webweaver, that's alright. That's completely 100% upset, okay? But, there's been some IRL stuff going on, and so that's why the videos have been a little shaky. But in late May, early June, we are so back. So we're kind of on, what is it, like, emergency power mode, you know what I mean? Where it's like, the bare minimum is being done to upkeep the channel, and then once we hit June, we are so back. Right? Like, once we hit June, we're so back. 100%. Guaranteed, okay? We can't be back until the IRL arc is over. Unfortunately, that's the arc that we're on, the IRL arc. Which is not the arc that I want to be on, but, you know, it is what it is. And hey, listen, also, you know, like, I got personal stuff going on, but also, like, America is collapsing around us. The law doesn't exist anymore. And you're one administrative error away from being sent to the El Salvador gulag. So I don't know, man. If these videos stop one day, you know why. I was administrative errored, you know? This is how it is. But, you know, it's also, you can cut me a little slack on that end, too. I'm an American, so I'm living through hell. I'm an American living in America, so it's like, you know, it's all going wrong. Plans all coming together. Oh, no, it's not. So, you know, you can cut me just a tiny bit of slack. And then I also got IRL stuff going on, too. So it's like I've got... the world's collapsing around me, and I have personal problems. So it's like, you can cut Webweaver a little slack, right? You can cut your favorite second monitor content YouTuber, second window content, content creator, minimize your favorite minimized background audio content creator. You can cut Webweaver just a teensy bit of slack, eh? Just a little bit. Just a little bit, chat. Just a little bit. You're right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of slack, okay. So we're kind of on, like, emergency backup power. And that's why the videos suck. That's why all the videos are gonna suck for, like, the next couple of months. Sorry. That's why we're gonna miss some days. Abnormal arms are mermaids? I don't know. You want to get, like, slapped in the face or punched? It is what it is. We have a bandage, right? So theoretically, we can go mermaids. Now, I do want more cigarettes. Goodbye, wooden bat. Oh no, goodbye, Kurakosa mask. Absolutely. Goodbye, wooden bat. You know, I guess one advantage of foreign cigarettes, and we never have to buy cigarettes ever again after this. Oh, come on, man. One of the advantages is that it's another cigarette item in the item pool. For those of you who don't know, it used to be regular cigarettes restored 1 sanity, reason, and foreign cigarettes restored 2. And they costed 1 extra fund. But that change got changed for some reason. So, yeah. They're just more expensive. But they dilute the item pool. So I guess if you're looking... If you have the unfortunate issue of needing cigarettes from the dog store, they dilute the pool. So, like, maybe you can get a little bit more. But, like, I don't know. It's, like, pretty mediocre. It's 1 stamina. How much could it cost me to run? I mean, do we even need to run away from this guy? I mean, we got a bandage if we want to, so, you know, it is what it is. Doing 2 stamina, it's free. It's literally free, so just do it like that. Bandaging your burns while you're burning, and then getting out of the burning building with no burn injuries at all is like Aura. That's hype moments in Aura. Probably should have taken the EXP. So we got 25% doom before we die. I mean, we got an apartment mystery on the horizon here. You know what? I don't remember if this does something or not, but we're just gonna switch that over and we'll be all right with that. We probably need to get the monument at some point. That would require me to like do work though. It's fine. It's 1 stamina. Who cares? The blood makes you weak. Not the slipping on the blood and falling hurting you. It's just like the blood itself makes you weak. We can be a little sweaty. It's fine. It's entirely do we get vital clued or not. That's like literally the only thing that matters for like the rest of this run is like do we get vital clued. Cut arm sinew actually kind of sucks too. But guess what? We're doing 7 damage now. We're doing 6 damage. It's fine. It's whatever. It's all right. You know, I mean, we're not gonna buy anything for the rest of the run, so I don't know, just give me a point of charisma or something. Read the letters. We have won the lottery. Let's go. You'll love to see it. There's the vital clue. We want to take injuries. We do not want to take anything else. Just injuries, please. Listen, we have cut arm sinew. I think that's still pretty strong. You know what I mean? I think that's still pretty strong. I don't think I can complain about that. That was really lucky, too, by the way. Now, 87%, huh? How are we feeling about 87%? Well, we have some good news and some bad news. The good news is we're not going to doom out unless I forget the things. The bad news is that I've absolutely forgotten all of the things. So, we're just going to guess. I'm just going to use my galaxy brain, world of horror brain to figure this out. And it was found footage, right? 100%, you're goddamn right, it was found footage. Now, we could have flubbed the other one if, big if, by the way, I didn't immediately forget tiny cuts. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna keep our monkey wrench, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. I think we're actually fine. I think we're okay. Even if I forget the second one, which I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even checking to see if there was a second one, because it doesn't really matter. Either it's there or it's not. It's not gonna, like, jumpstart my memory or help me remember or anything like that. I think we did it. I think we did it. Ah, crap. I think we did it. I think we're fine. So, we did some random mystery that was not an out-of-town mystery first. It was Dream Eater. Oh, let's go! Because I remember we only fought one thing in the first mystery, and the second mystery was a forest, and Dream Eater's a forest enemy. Galaxy Brain. I reverse engineered the run in my mind, bro. This is a 30-minute run? Dude, what the hell? Dude, what would happen? I cannot believe I just referenced that. And you know what it's time to do to this video? It's time to, destroy the like button, build up the comment section, and destroy the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.